Hey Naomi.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. And you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. It's been 4 months since I've been home. I got
Wow.
acclimatized here. How was
Mm.
you? How's your new house?
I'm good. The new house is amazing. It's a dream. I'm currently sunbathing because I got some sky window, so the light
Oh
comes
yeah,
through
yeah.
through
Yeah,
the
plus
window,
it's
and
the best time now, isn't it? It's a summer and you get all the
yeah,
sunlight in.
yeah. I mean, the few sunshine you can get in Manchester, of course.
But where is it located again? Is it in the south? Is it within Shore? No.
No, no, it's in Eccles.
Oh,
Eccles. I
Eccles.
changed location. I went from Charlton to Eccles.
Right, that's way out.
Yeah.
Way,
I
way
mean,
out.
it's really good. I'm exploring the area and I'm really curious about getting to know the area because I've been living 10 years in Charlton. So
Is it as posh?
it's a
Eccles.
new, no, not at all, but a new adventure. I like new adventure. I like discovering new
Oh
places.
yeah, you just been to York.
Yeah, I mean, I go to York and many times. I love York. It's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
and cute and full of chocolate, and I love chocolate.
Really? They have a lot of local stuff as well, apart from chocolate, don't they?
Mm. Teas, amazing teas.
Oh yeah, Betty's.
I bought a creamy pistachio tea. Amazing, unbelievably good. Mm.
What is it?
Creamy pistachio tea. Pistachio tea.
Okay, I've
It's
never heard
very
of that.
unusual. It's like eating a cake, basically.
Yeah, where did you get pistachio tea?
In a shop in York, a little cute shop at the corner of the Shambles, they got any
Okay,
sort of drink tea.
right.
And this one is like, oh, you smell it and you feel like you are in pistachio land. Totally.
So it's not from Wittard.
No, 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 no. Also in York, they got a different giant of teas. It's called a Betty's.
Yes,
It's this
I know
amazing
Betty's.
posh Yorkshire tea rooms.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time I go there for tea and cakes. Super good.
Well, in Manchester we've got Richmond's.
Yeah, but Betty's is the best of Britishness.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really nice. Super
Did you go
posh.
to Betty's the other day?
I couldn't because it was still closed for the
Oh,
lockdown.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so some shops are still closed.
Yeah. Actually, I think they are reopening now. I think now they might have reopened from Monday, but
Mm,
during the weekend they were still closed. So yeah.
right. Oh, okay. I see. So it's just this week.
Yeah.
How was the lockdown in Manchester?
Oh, this is a big question.
This is the biggest question that we were waiting for.
Yes. So to summarize my experience of
Yes.
this whole weird mesmerizing corona venture.
Hmm.
Basically, at the end of December, I was in Italy visiting my parents,
Yep.
and we started to hear news about this corona outbreak in China. But this
Ah,
is so far away and removed from us that
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
was paying too much attention to it,
Yes.
right? Then I come back from Italy. I booked a trip for my anniversary in Paris in February. And when
Right.
I was in Paris, my mom called me and told me that the outbreak of coronavirus happened in Italy. And she was like, oh my
Okay.
God, you should be careful, blah, blah. And I was like completely in denial of the situation because of course I was there in Disneyland enjoying, not reading news or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. When I then come back in Manchester, I mean, British people were continuing their normal life while Italy was in the full of the lockdown and everything.
So when did
And
they start in Italy, the lockdown? Was it in
it was
February?
February, yes, in
Oh,
February.
okay. Hmm.
So I felt like I was a bit disconnected. I was like having weird feelings because like my mom and all my Italian friends were like really into lockdown, stay at home, protect yourself and others. And British people were like, my life here together with them was like just normal life.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what should I do then? What should I just self-isolate myself? Or should I just continue normally as other people are doing here? So I felt like a bit of cognitive dissonance about that, about what
Hmm.
should I do. And quite interesting, my clients were feeling the same, because I got mostly some Italian clients at the moment. I work as a psychotherapist and counselor, and they were asking me like, oh, what should we do? Like, I feel weird because here everything goes on normally, but at home we hear about all these deaths and people suffering for this.
Yeah.
So I felt a bit weird at the beginning. But then soon after, the restriction arrived here as well, right? So we have to lock down too. We have to lock down, and nobody could get out. There were quite strong restrictions, and basically you could have gone for shopping once a day, and just one person per time. So you could go shopping or family, just one person per time. And you could only go out for jogging once a day as well, and one person per time. And there weren't restrictions like in Italy that you have to wear a face mask. So here you could go shopping without face mask. And in Italy, I know the restrictions were much stronger than here. In fact, in Italy also, they have to provide a certification they didn't have the virus to go shopping. Here we didn't have such a thing. So you could normally go shopping and without a mask. But they were recommending to wash your hands all the time. Also, most supermarkets and shops, they had lots of alcohol gel stations all around the shops. And some of them, not all of them sadly, but some of them will disinfect your trolley. And so they were kind of also handling the queue quite well. There were like some sort of separation. You have to wait quite far away from other people, keeping 2-meter distance. And also inside the shop, there was like, you have to follow a path they built, and you couldn't go out of that. So usually you enter a shop, you buy stuff following the path, and then you go out and somebody else come in. So they were managing this way, but there was no compulsory face mask or anything like that. I think they're trying to make the face mask compulsory now, actually, which is
I heard of that news. So is it already compulsory now?
Yeah, I think so, because like you know, they kind of, after a while, they released the restriction. So now you can go out for shopping, you can like more easily. I mean, you can also meet friends with social distancing, kind of like that. But now all of a sudden we have to wear a mask, which sounds very weird, because like, we have done it before.
This is really the last step, isn't it? Everyone is kind of like relaxing all the restrictions, and they are relaxing at the same time while the cases are still high. But you have to wear a mask now.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. And so now apparently we have to wear mask compulsory. And I also read that apparently it's not going quite well as expected, this release of the restrictions. So if something, you know, if the number of deaths keep growing, that we might go back into lockdown soon. And I know that certain areas in Manchester, like Oldham, they've been brought to lockdown again, because the number of cases was incredibly raising, so they are still locked down. So Oldham.
So did you say Oldham? Oldham in the north of Manchester?
Yes.
Okay, because I heard the other day from a friend, Leicester went into lockdown again, didn't they?
Yeah, so some cities and some areas went into lockdown again. And there is the whole UK can go back into lockdown if they don't see that the case keeps dropping, but actually start rising again. So it's a bit confusing, to be honest, also because the government hasn't made clear clear restriction for people. As I said before, yes, you shouldn't go out in groups of people, but you shouldn't either wear a mask. So it felt like we had a bit of confusing information. While, for example, in Italy, the information were quite consistent, but at the same time, in Italy, it felt like they were in war. Like nobody was allowed out of the house unless they had a certificate. Like there were people, police in the street, saying like, "You should not get out." So it felt like there was a war. Here it felt like it was more permissive, but at the same time, not quite safe. And And also when the restrictions were lifted, the people felt like a bit embarrassed about going out, knowing that the virus was still killing people. Felt like it was very weird feeling and felt really unsafe. So some people I know have been going out, some people I know have not been going out. Also, there have been people who were completely careless throughout lockdown and after, just going out and not caring, partying across UK, so, and also in Italy, I guess. So has been a bit like a different way of behaving in the situation, I guess.
But I heard since the lockdown is kind of like relaxed now in the UK, there was a lot of gatherings in Manchester.
Yeah.
And how did that kind of change the situation? Does Manchester have a lot of new cases now?
I mean, I think the cases are rising because, of course, if you get in touch again, the virus is gonna, affect more people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know businesses and people will try to, still encourage meeting up but with safe distances. Like, for example, I attend a lot of dance classes, and my dance school has been really good because during this lockdown, actually, they've been keeping me quite sane with all the dance classes and stuff like that. Otherwise, I would have died without dancing at all. But they've been really good because during lockdown, they've been doing lots of classes on Zoom. So basically all the usual classes we do in the studio, ballet, jazz, contemporary, we've been doing it on Zoom instead. So like a virtual studio. And now that the restriction has been lifted, so in turn we go out and we do like outdoor dance classes with lots of social distancing. So it feels pretty safe. So, when it's done this way, it feels safe and I join the classes and stuff like that. But otherwise, like, I've been very worried for the pubs because pubs have been reopening, and of course, if people go to pubs and get drunk, it's quite difficult to keep social distancing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I heard, or I've seen as well some pictures that my friend sent me. The streets in Manchester are filled with chairs and tables, so they are dining out like in Europe now.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I've not been out much because having asthma myself, I try to protect myself a bit more. But for example, when I've been to York, it was at a certain point it was so full of people and tourists going around. I felt like life was completely back to normal, really, and not many people were wearing a mask actually. And so I felt like, come on, it's a bit like at least let's be aware that something is still there. It's not like the restriction has been lifted and the virus is gone. The virus is still there. Yeah.
So, but were you wearing a mask when you were in York?
Yeah, I was actually. I was trying my best to wear a mask in at least in close space. But even if there were large amount of people in the street, I was wearing a mask, of course. Yeah.
Except for in the pictures, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take
nobody was
with the mask, some without.
Okay. So, where are the tourists from? Where did they? Yeah, the ones that visited York.
I think, they are surely from across UK, but I think they're coming from outside because York is quite cute. And also, the travel restriction have been lifted, so there are people now traveling in and out of UK quite easily. I got friends who left, they went back home, some in America, some they are going to Australia, and it feels like it's quite easy to travel right now. Even then, I heard that UK is trying to keep close the borders with Spain right now. So it's a bit like mixed message. Some places you can go, some places you can't go. And when you book a flight, you never know whether it's gonna actually take place. My friend has been booking her flight to go back home a long time. I mean, she was my friend. She was quarantining with me. She was in lockdown with me, and then she decided she wanted to go back home, of course, to see her family and stuff like that. And she booked the flight constantly. Every week, she has to rebook it, the same flight, because it was not happening. So it was annoying for her. And many people have been their flight cancelled. I've been having my flight cancelled as well because I was supposed to be in Italy in June. I wanted to celebrate again my wedding anniversary with family there, but flight has been cancelled by Ryanair, and I'm still waiting for the refund. Hopefully will happen. But yes, so I haven't tried to book any other ticket yet, because you never know whether you're gonna be able to have the journey or not, really.
So the inability to travel, that's because of the airline. It's not because of the border closed.
No, it's both. I mean, mainly it's the borders, because, like, for example, my friend, she has to go back home in Romania, but Romania
Okay.
has closed the border for UK. So the flight couldn't happen because they wouldn't let her enter Romania. And similarly now, if UK close the border to Spain, all the journeys towards Spain and UK
Okay.
cannot really go. I mean, I don't think actually UK is closing the border with Spain, but I think it's putting quarantine restrictions. So if people come back from Spain, they have to be in lockdown for 14 days. That's what's
Right.
happening. Yeah. Which makes
I
things
see.
even difficult,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
then you
It's
have
more
to, like,
difficult, right?
yeah, it's like a bit of annoying, because then people have to quarantine on their own. I mean, if the whole country is in lockdown,
That's
I guess
different.
it's different, right? But if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
isolate on your own, then you feel like you're missing out on things, and it's a bit harder.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like the previous advice that they said, if you have symptom, then you stay for 7 days.
Yeah,
And then if you
yeah,
don't have any symptom, you stay for 14 days. Then you're not
yeah.
sick, but you have to stay for 14 days. That's just like, what a waste of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sadly, I've been hearing lots of people coughing in the street. So it feels like, even though you never know if it's a coronavirus cough or not, and
Yeah.
symptoms related to the virus. But if you got any um, virus-related symptom, you should be isolating, not really going to the street and talk to people, right? So it felt a bit unsafe for this as well,
Yeah, that's
actually.
true. I think they just, many of them are not responsible.
Yeah. On the positive side, though,
Hmm.
during lockdown, there has been a growth in creative activities that you could do online, and it's been pretty amazing. As I mentioned before, lots of dance classes online, lots
Yep.
of art events, online disco, uh, anything you can think about.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Courses,
yeah.
trainings, everything online, and at quite cheap prices, or free. So it
Uh-huh.
was really good to engage in all these activities. So for me, lockdown was a really creative experience. I think has been not considering all the bad things that were happening outside, which obviously are very sad. But
Mm.
aside that, it's been a positive experience for some people, because it's been a time of pause and reflection, a time in which to be able to enjoy family time, or hanging out on Zoom with friends. So there have been some positive even during the disgrace, I have to say.
Yeah, but I think many of them got really sick staying at home as well. So they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
really gagging to go out partying, or at least meeting
yeah,
friends, right? Especially it's
yeah.
the summer now. This lockdown started in March, in the end of March, when the
Yeah.
weather just got really nice.
Yes, that's another thing. The weather was really amazing, and we were able to go out. And the weather is not always amazing in Manchester, so we felt we were really missing out on the weather.
Yes,
That's for sure. And
yes.
you are very right, because
Mm.
there have been people who have been self-isolating on their own, and that's been quite difficult for them, actually.
Mm.
And there have also been people that were in, like, for sure, in situation of domestic abuse, that have been suffering even more of the
Oh,
situation. And this kind of, being a psychotherapist, I'm aware of all this reality. We were talking
yeah.
in our trainings about these cases and situations. This is pretty sad to hear. Of course, I haven't experienced anything like close even to that personally, because I was in a joyful, nice environment, quarantining with my husband, my friend, and my cats. So I was in good company all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm aware that there were people that were actually struggling, because, of course, isolation and the fear of the virus and being on your own all the time can be
Mm.
actually quite tough, for sure.
Right. Yeah, I think it's even tougher for them than people like us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 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 it's really understandable. Does that kind of increase your client number?
It actually increased a bit because people were scared and lots of anxiety happening. So it did increase my clients number actually. Yeah, I'm working more. And on the other side, I've been having the possibility of accessing lots of training for very cheap prices because it was online and was given the opportunity to all of us, to practitioners, to enjoy the trainings. So I felt like it was also a moment in which I could grow professionally a lot, attending lots of trainings, and it was
you give
good.
out trainings?
I was mostly attending training, specializing training.
Right.
We usually do a couple of times a year some sort of continuous development training. So we go with a special knowledge, learning something new. I don't know, I've been doing trainings about working with couple, creatively, working with children, using expressive arts,
Okay. What about other shops then, like clothes shop, Superdry and Arndale? I know Arndale has been open all this while, but what about other shops?
I haven't been to Arndale. I've been just to the supermarkets mostly. I've been to the centers though. I mean, at the very beginning of lockdown, going to the supermarket was actually pretty upsetting. When I went once, I remember I started crying because people were very distant. It didn't feel human anymore, and the shops were nearly empty because, of course, lots of people had been before me and been stocking stuff, and there was not much left for me. And it felt like it was a post-apocalyptic environment.
Yeah.
Now it's very different. Now it's like everything is back to normal, kind of things. And like there are lots of things that you can do. Like, for example, like a few weekends ago, we went to the, what's the name of it? When you learn too many languages and you don't know. I mean, the outdoor cinema where you go with the car, drive-in cinema.
Oh, mobile cinema?
Yes, like drive-in cinema.
Drive-through cinema or something.
And eating popcorn, but still it felt like it was nice because there were lots of other people around and this kind of things. Yeah, I was wearing a mask. Probably I was the only one in the shop wearing a mask. It is weird when you wear a mask and nobody else does. It makes you feel like you are the weird one, right?
Exactly.
Like an alien with this
mask.
It's
like the beginning of lockdown, right? So only everyone from China wears a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's not like I like to wear a mask. I wear it for necessity. Come on, everyone should wear it. I know it's a sacrifice for me too. It's not. I like to show my red lipstick all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It is a sacrifice.
Yeah, especially when the weather is hot and warm. So yeah.
But maybe you could have saved your lipstick by not putting anything. Just put a mask.
I do put the lipstick under the mask. It's a psychological thing. I have to know the there. Yes, and then when I remove the mask, I'm all messed up. I don't care. Lipstick, nevertheless.
It's like someone just got out of bed.
Basically, yes.
Maybe you should just make up half on top.
Then I have to constantly wash my face mask, but I don't care. I still wear it just to make a point that yes, I still wear my lipstick, but I also wear a mask. I'm a good citizen and I care about my health and other people's health. I mean, come on. In the end, it is a sacrifice, but what's the price if you don't put it? It's like your life. You might risk your life, right? So you better don't tempt the destiny and you wear a mask just to be safe. Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, when you wear a mask, you are less likely to touch your face, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like now, you're just touching everywhere. All right. It's nice hearing what's happened in Manchester the past few months since lockdown and how it has been since the lockdown has been relaxed. There's a lot of changes from what you've explained earlier. It's kind of similar to here. People have been a bit more chilled. So yeah, but we still cannot travel abroad, unfortunately.
But can you travel within Malaysia?
We can travel within, yeah.
Because you know there have been restriction in England. We couldn't go to Wales or to Scotland even.
Really?
Before they were closed.
I didn't know
I
that.
so badly wanted to go to Wales, at least to the beach, but no chance, not even that.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were restricted. I think now they've been lifted, so I might actually go to Wales a bit. Yeah, but yeah, they've been like closing, like not passing, not trespassing. I think they've been more restricted with the regulation in there. That's why they didn't want people to go
Ah,
there and to bring more coronavirus. Yeah,
right. Yeah, because Wales is a bit more rural
yeah,
and secluded
yeah, yeah,
from England, right? Yeah, I
yeah,
think that could be the reason. So Wales is a bit more protected in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay, I see. That's interesting one.
Yeah, actually, I thought it was interesting to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've not even thought of that, and because
Mm.
we never treat England, Scotland, Wales as different
Yeah,
countries, right?
true. But actually, they are
They
apparently.
are, they are, yeah. They can do whatever they want. I mean, they've got their own rules and laws
Mm.
anyway. Anyway, it's been a nice catch up.
Yes.
Thanks for agreeing to this post-lockdown talk
You're
today.
very welcome.
Yeah, I hope you have a good day.
You and you too.
Yeah, see
Bye.
you soon. See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.